Have you ever wondered how a remote island nation, rich in gold, oil and secrets, could suddenly find itself under the microscope of the world's most powerful financial enforcers? Something is brewing in Papua New Guinea, and it isn't another gold rush. In the corridors of Port Moresby's government buildings, in the boardrooms of foreign banks, and even in the chatter of street markets, one phrase is whispered with unease. FATF Grey Listing. It sounds like bureaucratic jargon. But behind those three words lies a global network of surveillance, economic pressure, and some say hidden agendas. And if you think this is just about dirty money, you might be missing the bigger picture. The FATF Financial Action Task Force isn't just a watchdog. Some call it the world's financial police, others call it a shadow regulator. Born out of the G7 in 1989, it claims to fight money laundering, terrorist financing, and the funding of weapons of mass destruction. But critics say it also acts as a geopolitical lever, quietly shaping the economic behavior of nations. Every year, FATF updates two lists. Blacklist, the economic exile zone, countries like Iran and North Korea. Grey List, the purgatory. You're not cut off entirely, but you're under constant watch, forced to prove yourself under rules you didn't write. And here's the twist. Being on the Grey List can be almost as damaging as the Blacklist, just slower, quieter, and harder to fight. PNG's journey to the edge of this list began in 2023, when FATF evaluators arrived for a mutual evaluation, a kind of financial stress test. They combed through bank records, interviewed regulators, and mapped the country's enforcement networks. By late 2024, the verdict was clear. PNG had significant shortcomings. The country was given a 12-month observation period ending in October 2025. After that, in January 2026, PNG will have to defend itself before FATF in Paris. And according to Governor Elizabeth Jenia, the odds of avoiding the Grey List are close to zero. The official reasons? Weak coordination between agencies, low prosecution rates for financial crimes, porous borders, and a cash-heavy shadow economy. But the unspoken truth is more complex. Illegal fishing networks, unmonitored gold exports, and politically exposed persons moving money through real estate with little oversight. And here's where the conspiracy taste comes in. Some insiders believe these shortcomings are not just failures, they're pressure points. Pressure points that can be exploited to keep PNG economically dependent. Grey listing is not just a label, it's a chokehold. Banks overseas start de-risking, cutting ties with PNG institutions. Foreign investors hesitate, transaction costs rise. Even sending money to family abroad becomes a bureaucratic nightmare. Countries like Pakistan and Kenya have seen GDP growth slow and foreign investment collapse after grey listing. PNG's own central bank warns of serious fallout, from trade disruptions to higher costs of doing business. Here's where the plot thickens. PNG sits at a strategic crossroads, rich in resources, close to Asia, and courted by China, Australia, and the United States. In this global chess game, FATF scrutiny could be more than just about compliance. It could be a way to steer PNG's alliances. Some analysts point to patterns, countries moving on and off the grey list in sync with political shifts, not just reforms. Could PNG's fate be tied to its growing ties with China's Belt and Road projects, or its resource deals with Western companies? The timing is interesting. Picture this, a small business owner in Leh trying to import machinery. Suddenly his foreign supplier demands extra documentation. Payments are delayed, fees climb. Meanwhile, remittances from family overseas take longer and cost more. This isn't abstract policy, it's everyday life grinding to a halt. PNG has been here before. In 2014, it was grey listed for similar reasons. It took sweeping reforms, 5 new laws, a new financial intelligence unit and international partnerships to get off the list in 2016. But this time FATF wants more than laws, they want proof of results, and that's harder to fake. Leading the charge is Elizabeth Jania, PNG's first female central bank governor, alongside Dr. Eric Kwa, Treasurer Ian Ling Stuckey and Prime Minister James Marape. They're racing against the clock, but the FATF process is unforgiving. Miss the mark and PNG will be locked into a strict action plan with constant monitoring. Grey listing doesn't just affect banks, it ripples into the IMF, World Bank and donor nations. Need a loan? Expect tougher terms. Need aid? Expect more conditions. And remember, FATF was created by the G7. On paper, it's independent. In reality, its priorities often align with the world's richest economies. Some see this as necessary oversight. Others see it as economic statecraft, a way to discipline nations without firing a shot. Yes, PNG has real problems. Corruption, illicit gold trading, weak enforcement. But the question remains, will FATF pressure fix these issues, or will it simply tighten the grip of global powers on a nation still finding its footing? As the October 2025 deadline approaches, PNG's leaders face a choice. Bend to the FATF's demands, or risk economic isolation. But in the shadows, another question lingers. Who really benefits from PNG's grey listing? And what deals are being made behind closed doors? Want to spotlight your brand, product or business on my next video? Message us on Facebook to begin your journey under the crescent moonlight.